married the ghost. YTG, YTG, television. 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 Television, married the ghost. YTG.
Make sure you share.
Married the ghost. YTG, YTG, television. 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 Television, married the ghost. YTG, YTG, television. 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 Married the ghost. YTG, YTG, television.
Hold on, I'm sharing right now. As I'm done sharing, we're gonna get started.
Married the ghost. YTG, YTG, television. 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 Television, married the ghost. YTG, YTG, television. 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 Television, married the ghost. YTG, YTG, television. 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 Television, married the ghost. YTG, YTG, television. 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 Television, married the ghost. YTG, YTG.
Yes. What's good, world? It's your boy Maverick the Ghost in the building. This is YTG TV. I got one of the hardest people coming out of Texas. What part of Texas you from, man?
I'm actually from out near Austin, north of Austin.
All
City
right.
called Belton. Well, really, I'm from Killeen. Let's put it like
Killeen?
that. Killeen, Texas.
Okay.
But I'm originally from Gary, Indiana, though.
All right, so you ain't from Texas. You just live in Texas.
I ain't from Texas, but I've been here for over 20 years, so
Oh, you from there
I'm
now?
a Texan. Yeah, now I'm
Yeah, you from
recertified.
there. So for the people who don't know you, let them know your name. You hear me?
Tone Capone. Yeah, my
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, Tone Capone.
So Capone. So what would you say your music is like?
My music is I think it'd be classified as like lifestyle music, like realistic. I say in the same lane as like Currency, Les, Larry June, that type of vibe. Just kind of real life, hustle, easy living, type music. I ain't with the YN type music. That ain't how I'm living,
Right.
I'm grown doing grown things, and I like talk about the real. We here to spin the block 100 round clip thing all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just coming from a different angle, but still with the edge. I'm still talking about some seriousness. And just lifestyle music, pretty much. A lot of my music is stuff you can ride to. You know what I'm saying? Ride on the highway at night, reflect on life. And it ain't just like conscious rap either, though. You know what I mean? It's still like some street stuff, but from a different angle, not necessarily gang banging and all that.
I feel that. So what got you into doing music?
I've been loving music since I was a kid. I mean, been rapping since elementary. I just been taking it more and more serious the older I got. That's especially in middle school. We had a little clique. I done been in a bunch of little cliques just trying to rap, freestyle and all that good stuff. But to be honest, the style changed for me greatly once I moved to Texas.
Right.
Because it's completely different. Like I said, I'm from Gary, which is basically next door to Chicago.
So
And
I wanna ask you something before you get into that. Now,
All right.
how was your style before? Cause I listened to what you got going now. Like
Yeah.
how was it like before you
I
moved to
mean,
Texas?
I feel like so the style itself may not have changed. The content has,
Right,
and I probably have more of a southern draw to the way that I talk now versus back at home. But I mean, back at home when we was rapping, we rapping about knucklehead type stuff, you know what I'm
right,
saying? Running the block, this and that. My style is always because growing up, Twister was my favorite rapper.
right.
Of course, Bone, all that, so I grew up listening to Twister, Do or Die, Crucial Conflict,
Mm-hmm.
Bone, all that, that Midwest stuff.
Right,
I'm still into that, but then it's like, once I moved to Texas, you know, I learned a whole new style of music that I'm drawn to, which is the screw music,
mm-hmm.
DJ Screw and all that. So my delivery is probably still the same, just my dialect is different.
Right.
My words and all that, the accent. If I have an accent, I can't even tell because at first when
Yeah,
I
you
first
do.
moved
You
here,
do, brother.
yeah, when I first moved here, you could tell I wasn't from here
Right.
and the way I was dressing and everything. But after being here for so long, now people say, "Oh, I can tell you from Texas,"
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, certain words change. That like for instance, back at home we would call it pop. Here's soda. Soda used to sound so corny to me, but now that's what I say. You know.
Right.
So when I hear somebody say pop, where they from is usually like the Midwest area or something like that. But you know, but the
Mm-hmm.
music thing, like I said, that's been since the early days of elementary, and I just been hanging on to it. And then for a while, I was mainly into making beats.
Right.
That was a huge passion for me for the longest. Um, so I still kind of rap here and there, but for a while it was the beats. But now, I got to set up again. I'm ready to. I feel like I got a lot to say, and I'm kind of
Right.
tired of
Right.
some of the music that's out there. So I might as well put out what I want to hear. You
Uh,
know,
So, what's one of your favorite lines that you wrote?
man,
Yeah, yeah, I'm
it
calling
keep
you out.
it keep changing. Um, One of my favorites that stand out is the song "Loner" on my first album, Prolific, where I say, it was towards the end of my second verse. Got an eagle eye to see the snakes through tall grass. What I'm saying, man, I know that's one of my favorite lines. Got an eagle eye to see the snakes through tall grass. Got a rake and spray and wait to spray on y'all ass. Some shit like
Right.
that. But
Right. Right.
yeah. I mean, it's a few lines though. Especially the song I just put out. It is what it is, or actually, it's not out yet, but the sample that I released.
Mm-hmm.
I liked all of that, and I originally wrote that to a different beat that I made, a beat that I made, and I was liking it. I wasn't super in love with it,
Right.
but then the beat that is on now, when I heard that and I spit it to that one, it just came out a whole lot colder. So that's what I ran with. I feel like the words are thicker now. On the right beat, they stick out more. So now
Right.
that's one of my favorite songs.
So, when it comes to like, since you make beats, now I gotta add all four. What's your favorite part? Is it the production, the writing the song, the performing, or recording the lyrics?
The crazy thing is, to be honest, my biggest passion is the engineering because I mix and master my own stuff too,
Right.
and that's a deep science to that. That's probably where I am. The nerd. I'm a nerd for that.
Right.
I like to write. I like hearing beats, and then to be honest, even though I make beats, I've been doing beats for so long and rapping on my own stuff. Most of the beats I'm getting from other producers. I do a beat here and there, but some of these other cats, I feel like they really got it. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I mean, like, damn, this what y'all doing out here? Let me get one of these, because that make me realize, with production, I need to step it up. But I still got some hits here and there. Everybody don't put out hits all the time, but I just found myself, I got certain producers that I like to deal with. But even with all that said and done, when I'm done recording, I get it right. Mixing is that's where my passion really is. But I don't
Right.
want to be just to engineer. Like I'm not really concerned about engineering for other people because I've been offered a job and everything.
Hmm.
Um, to do it, but it's just like,
That's a lot
I
of work though, especially
that's a
dealing
lot
with
of
other
work.
people.
Dealing,
Cause
yeah, dealing with other
they don't
people.
hear what you hear. I did engineering
Yeah,
too.
yeah, and it's like they don't hear what you hear, and then I don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm still living a real life. Like I got a job, got a family, and all that. And when I do my music, my setup is here in the room. We got like an extra flex space that I got to myself, and I
Mm-hmm.
got the whole setup with a little booth and all that. And it's just on my downtime, And how I got into engineering in the first place is because like I was getting frustrated because everywhere I was recording, I didn't go a bunch of different places to record, but when it came to the mix portion, like even when I mixed myself and I sent it in, I wasn't feeling what anybody was doing,
Right.
and it was kind of getting frustrating because I'm after a certain quality. And you have some places online, they might have like a preview page with the before and afters, and it sound good. I'm like, hell yeah, I can't wait. I'm sending them all the stems to my song, and it come back trash. And I'm like, damn, this don't sound like none of the stuff you did. And
Right.
after so many times of getting frustrated with that, I just started learning to do everything myself, you
I
know,
feel that.
even all the way down to mastering the music. That one, that one I really, and I'm still studying on that because that's just work. Some people just
That's
do,
another ball game.
that's a whole nother ball game.
Mm-hmm.
And for a while, I knew I wasn't ready for that. I can mix, that's a craft too, but mastering, there's more that goes into mastering than I thought. And,
It's
I
a
was telling my,
shitload.
man, it's a lot. I was telling my wife, I'm like, as consumers, they just hear a song. They either like the song
Mm-hmm.
or they don't. But there's no telling how many hours and different mix and masters it went through just to get that version that's out.
I feel like
So
when you master, that's when you getting that frequency in the right area.
getting in the right area, make
Yep.
sure it sound good on all platforms, all
Right.
a radio, boombox, iPods, headphones, and all that. And it's a lot of rules to it too before you can send it to distribution.
Mm-hmm.
The loves and certain loudness and all that. And one thing I'm still trying to get right. And I only hear it on YouTube music, really. I only hear the difference. When I put my stuff out, like the quality is good, but it's not as my songs ain't as loud as like the commercial releases. And I'm trying to figure that out because it's like I'm giving it how it's supposed to be, but it's like my stuff gets turned. But I only hear it on YouTube music. But I notice if I
Mm-hmm.
do like Apple Music or something, it's competitive.
I think
But either way.
that's when it comes to like the mastering, like that get it back up to where it's supposed to be at.
And that's the part I'm still trying to, because I just
Mm-hmm.
started mastering like a year. Well, did I master? Yeah, the first album. So 2024 is when I started getting into master. But I'm
Okay.
learning more and more and more, and there's always tricks and stuff to it. And I mean, you get pretty deep. I'm real big on quality. So even when I'm shopping for beats, there's beats that I've wanted, but the producer mixed it so bad and it's distorted. Like a lot of people into these distorted beats, I just can't do it. There's one I wanted so bad, I recorded to it, but by me having an engineering ear, certain
Mm-hmm.
distortion, I scrap the whole thing. If I don't want to pay for the stems of the beat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of depends. Some is like, no, I gotta have this. So let me go ahead and fork over that money, get the stems, and I can mix it,
Cause
how I
some
want
people
to.
know how to do the beat, but when it comes down from them mixing that beat down and all that, it
Yeah.
sound like trash.
Yeah, that's one producer. Like he has so many beats. I'm like, damn, like I get a peck from him, but that's it's probably the worst quality I've ever heard because
Right.
I can tell you just, you want it to knock. You want the bass to hit, but you want it to be clean. But he
Right.
just got it hitting so hard on everything to where it's like squashing, the sound. When the bass hit, it sound like you kind of turn it down for that second. And I'm like, damn, you got too many. So I messaged him because I was like, man, but I don't. He got so many beats, but I don't want to have to buy the stems for all of them and mix them. So we
Right.
went back and forth a little bit, but he sent me that nice little coupon code that took 50% off. I'm like, now we talking. Now I get all the stems from you. Let's go. But yeah, so
Who's your favorite producer to work with that you work with? Like,
I don't know how big they name is out there because I shop on BeatStars.
right.
So there's a producer named Lex Factor. I got what's it? Beats Inside a Beat, Storm. It's a handful of, and it depends on the type of beats I'm looking for.
Right.
because when I'm in that mode, I kind of know who to go to. Like I'm in the mood for one of these. There's another producer out of Dallas named Who on the Beat. He got a couple when I'm on that Currency or Larry June tip.
Mm-hmm.
Who on the beat? Yeah, he got them. He got them beat. But again, he one of them producers where and this ain't no slight or nothing. But sometimes what slow me down to get some of his beats because it's like I hear distortion in the kick and it bothers me. I can't get over it.
Right.
And it's like, man, and with some of these producers, I almost feel like it's a tactic, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like the MP3 and wave version sound like this, you know what I'm saying? And on purpose. So if you want it better, you got to get the
You
stems,
gotta
which
spend that
is
money.
more. You got to spend that
Yeah.
money. I'm like, damn, boy, this. Ugh. But yeah, but that's my main thing though. The music when I put out, I just want it to be, great quality. Some people love to listen to. They ain't straining to hear it. They get the message, and yeah, you know. Just some art that I love that I want to put out there and share with the world.
So have you worked with producers from the city you in, or have you
No,
tried?
there was one I wanted to hit up, and I just kind of knew him around the way. He hit me up to collab on a beat years ago, but unfortunately he passed. He
Mm.
recently passed. And he was on his way up. I had messaged him. I had hit a commented on YouTube shouting him out because let him know I'm proud of him because he's from Killeen and I saw that he had produced the beat for that Mexican OT. And
Mm.
I'm like, damn, he did now. This was a little bit before Mexican OT as big as he is, but you could tell that he's a star. And it's
Right.
like, man, you done linked up with him, and I saw he was doing things like this. So he got some nice beats I wanted to get a hold of, but just never got around to it.
Right.
But yeah, unfortunately, like I said, I woke up one day, got on Facebook, and saw that he passed in the sleep. So it was like, damn. Blaze on the Beats was the name. That's his name from
I
Killeen.
remember. I remember him.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did a lot of
yeah,
fire beats.
yeah,
And you almost
yeah.
had a chance to work with him.
Yeah, even back then when he hit me up, because I had put a sample. This before I started rapping again. I was mainly doing beats. I did a sample of a beat, or I did like a little video of me making the beat and put it up. So
Right.
he hit me up like, man, that's fire. We need to collab. Send me some waves, and I just dragged my feet, doing it. That was years ago, and it was just
See,
like,
you can't
yeah,
you can't drag your feet. You don't
I
never know
know.
when your blessing coming.
I know it. I know it. This was in the early days, and
Right.
I don't know if anything would have came of it, but it'd have been cool to work with him. I only met him. I really only met him in person once. That
Right.
was through my cousin. When I met him, I didn't know he did beats, and I started seeing his face around, and I started coming up too. Making beats and all that, and yeah. Um, Now that's the only time though. I don't want to say a lot of people hit me up and I dragged my feet. That's one of the reasons why I do a lot of stuff myself because everybody else drag their feet a
Man.
lot. It's bad.
It's
It's bad.
terrible. It's like you
Yeah.
gotta be on other people's time, man. Like,
And I don't like that. It's like if you say we say we're gonna do this song or whatever, let's do it. If you change your mind, say that. But I got tired of chasing people, especially when I needed hooks done.
right.
Cause that's the main thing. Collabing is something different. But if you want a hook, it's like, man, and I don't know. I like bluntness. Tell me straight up. If you ain't feeling a song or something, just tell me that. But I hate if I send somebody a track. I'll be like, hey, did you get it? They're like, yeah, I got it.
Right.
That's it. Ain't nothing to like, okay, are you. And I got tired of that. So that's why um on my music, especially my album Scorpion, it's all me. I got a little feature here and there for the hook, but it's all me. But it is time now with this next project. I'm doing a lot of collabs. I was off
Mm-hmm.
social media for a while too. So I really wasn't connected with people. I was doing the family life thing and just staying out the way. But I'm back on social media now. I'm getting back in touch with people, and I already got some features and stuff now. But
Fire.
man, that was getting frustrated. I did feel I took it less personal when man, I was watching an interview of somebody. Shit, it might have been Chris Brown. It was somebody big, and they was complaining about waiting on a verse or something back from somebody else for like months. And I'm like, damn, they go through that too.
I think
Like,
I know it. I know what which one you talking about.
yeah. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, damn, they deal with that too. Like, so I just kind of reflected, like, all right, maybe I shouldn't take it personal. Things come up, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I kind of start to realize, maybe people just ain't into doing music like they used to be. You know, we all older now,
Mm-hmm.
The passion don't die. And I don't want to get it wrong. I'm not really trying to blow up and be a superstar or really get on. It's just something I love to do and I'm trying to put out there. But I see that there's still people out there doing this. So that's who I'm connecting with. Like, let's link up and get it done. And I mean, it's getting done. They as serious as I am. And then I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how you feel about this next line, but I'm for AI. You know, when it, I'm gonna tell you why.
You talking about doing the music?
Yeah, to an extent. Now, I don't use AI in the sense of some people do everything straight up AI. Like I know that that's that one company Suno that's real
Mm-hmm.
big, and you really ain't got to come up with nothing. You can just tell it,
The
hey, make a
idea.
song about this. Yeah, idea, literally an idea, what kind of beat you want, and it's gonna do it. The way I use Suno, but the way I use it is for my hooks
I was gonna say
because
that. Now
yeah,
that's a good. I would use it for that too.
yeah, because it's easier. Like on my first album, anybody who's on there singing, I don't know them. I never met them. Never will. A lot of them was in Africa actually. You know, I was
Damn.
hiring people off of Fiverr, this site called Fiverr, and I don't know for some reason because on Fiverr you can you can hire people to do multimedia projects,
Right.
posters, pictures, resumes, all that, and it's a music section on there, and it just so happened that a lot of the singers happen to be in Africa. You know, one of the dudes on
Mm-hmm.
there is from the United Kingdom, but I like on there because it's almost a Craigslist for arts. You know what I mean?
Right.
Deals you could just throw over there, and I did that, and that was cool. That was pretty good. There was some guys when I wanted to work with again, but to be completely honest, once I finally messed with Suno
You
and I
like
saw what it could do, I was like, oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Like, but I'm not up for like I'm in the Suno group on Facebook,
right.
and I see that most of them they do use Sono, like they just put an idea. And I didn't know that these fools was making like full on albums and sending it to distribution. So I'm like, man, y'all crowding the algorithm with a lot of AI junk, like, and they be doing
Mm-hmm.
full AI albums. They be like, hey, I wrote this song. They didn't write it. All they did was put an idea.
Just put the
And
damn idea in there.
you can mix it, you can give it your own lyrics. Like that's what I do for the hook. You know what I mean? And it just sings it for me. But a lot of them got a full on band, out of straight AI, and they put it out there in whole albums. And I'm just kind of worried now that distribution might, because they're starting to get picky with the AI stuff. And it's like, man, I use it for like essentials, you know what I'm saying? Not
Right.
the whole thing. And I don't want them to start thinking like, no, we're not accepting anything that's
See, the
been touched
thing,
by AI.
the thing I feel about AI, man, it's taken away from the art, man, of the
Yeah.
thinking of the project. Like when you putting your all into making a project, now
Yeah.
you don't gotta do that.
Again, it's the each his own have it. They're using it because, like I said, based on what I see in that group, they're abusing it, and stuff like that is definitely taken away from the art. You know what I mean? Like I said, the reason that I use it strictly for hooks because I don't personally know anybody that I can get a hook from. I know some people that can sing, but
Right.
it's like, are they gonna be BSing? You know what I'm saying? It's like I reached out to them, they're like, oh yeah, send it to me. I have it done in this long, and never hear anything back. And this is a way for me to just bypass all that. But I'm still hands-on with the writing,
Right.
mixing and engineering. So I'm just I say I'm using AI as a tool to an extent.
All right. I feel
But
that. I let you
n-
get away with that.
yeah, that's all it is. But I do understand. And it's funny because some people are in that group and the stuff they post, they be talking down to everybody like y'all trash, y'all just use AI. And I find it funny because I know it don't apply to me.
Right.
Is my voice on there and of course it's my voice on our song. Oh, hold on. I did do something different and I'm just gonna go with it. I it's on two songs so far, I'm my own feature. Well, and what I mean by that is I do the verse, rap it, and then I'll just change my voice to somebody else, to something else. just for that variety. But I do have real
That's slick.
features on there. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, hell, if I want to do a song that, you know what I'm saying, nobody else like they too thugged out to get it. And I don't want to make something that's all happy go lucky song, but just whatever. Or I don't feel like waiting on a feature. I'm ready to get this knocked out now. I'll go spit it myself and
Right.
then convert the voice to somebody else. So that'll be that'll be obvious. Like I say on the song list, if it don't say featuring somebody, but it's obviously a different voice on there, that's what
Right.
it is. And I thought about being sneaky and putting
That's
featuring
slick
so and
though.
so who don't exist. Yeah,
That's slick.
you know, so it's
Just to
crazy
get
how it do it. I don't understand how it worked, but it's crazy.
right. I like
Have you
that
seen
just
it?
to give it a different feel.
Yeah. Have you messed with it at all?
No.
It's it's really kind of scary how well it works. The first time I messed with it, I had been hearing about it because like the producer communities I'm follow on YouTube,
Right.
there was a lot going on about Timberland
Oh
and
yeah,
Timberland
he made a whole
advocating.
album.
Yeah, off of that.
Yeah, off of
Oh,
Sona or Sora,
Suno.
whatever the shit called. He
Yeah,
made a
he
whole album.
see he was advocating hard, and what the community, including myself, wasn't feeling was him saying that he said something about AI having more soul than humans, and just talking down a bit. Oh yeah, he was going in, but I know he was advocating for Suno, and Facebook is a trip now too because it takes a one little thing for your algorithm to be shaped. If you
Right.
show you ain't even gotta like something. If you were scrolling and you stop for a couple seconds extra, it becomes part of your algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
So, plugins and all that stuff be coming up, and then Suno kept coming up, and I'm like, man, let me see what this is about. Let me mess with it, and I input some lyrics, the beat, and it gave me two different versions in seconds with
Right.
somebody singing. And I'm like, damn, like somebody singing it, like it sounded like they had somebody record it real quick, but they did it in seconds. And I remember I ended up changing the voice on it. And I think Suno was looking at lawsuits behind this because it was modeled off of existing music out there. Because the feature it gave me or the voice it gave me was like Ty Dolla Sign, 100%.
Wow.
100%. I'm like, damn, but I knew that was gonna be a problem because this voice kind of unique. So I use another program where I can go choose all these other regular people that license with the company to use their voice and just change it like that. Yeah,
The one thing I'll say about it though, it's like it's their game plan. First they took out the CDs, so you can't
yeah,
hustle for the CDs, right?
yeah,
They took that out,
yeah,
and then they pop up with this AI shit
yeah.
where they don't even need an artist.
They don't. They don't.
So you just imagine what's happening in like the exec offices. They like,
Yeah,
we don't even need fucking people.
right. Yep, yep. And what it's capable of, people still gonna enjoy it. There's songs that could be out now AI, and if they don't tell you that, you're gonna be jamming to it. But then you find out it's AI. Are you really gonna cut it off? This was one of your top 5 songs that came out this year. And even the even if you ask for help with the lyrics, the slang is on point.
Right.
The all that, and it's scary because you really don't need any. They don't need anybody. Now the only thing is people still go to concerts and shows. You're gonna have to do something. You know what I'm saying?
But
They still
they
gonna have to.
got remember before all this shit, they already had the holograms.
Yeah, that didn't blow up like I thought it was going to though.
Oh,
That
it's
didn't
coming
go
back
as
though. They
far.
they
Yeah,
they gotta do they gotta do the shows now. That's definitely coming back.
yeah. Do you think anybody gonna pay to go see a hologram show, like straight hologram? I don't think
They paid to go see
anybody does.
Tupac.
Come, that's a that's an extraordinary exception, and I think that was one of the first times that it was shown like that. But say if this is the headliner, ain't nobody gonna line up to see that.
Hey, only thing they gotta do is say it's not a fake, it's not an AI, and put an artist out.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, musically, yeah. I think with the audio, yeah, video is gonna be something else. But they moving so fast, like in a few years, I'm sure they're gonna have all that perfected. That's why they're
Right.
making it where a lot of stuff is detecting if something is AI because like the stuff you see on social media, all these viral videos and it be AI. I'm pretty good with that. I've always been into technology.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I could tell it's something that's AI, but it is getting harder
Right.
because they,
Man,
if it ain't for
that's crazy.
certain glitches, you'll be like, damn, that was fake, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But I'm kind of in between. I've always been into technology and all that stuff, so I'm into, and there's nothing we can do about it. It's coming. AI is coming. So like get comfortable. But the sad part is definitely gonna take jobs.
Mm-mm.
Definitely, definitely.
They took our jobs.
Oh
Yeah, it's already
yeah.
happening.
And the engineering thing, that's not that far behind because I know they got stuff out there now where you can. That's one thing I won't trust. I'd rather mix my own stuff, but it may be able to do because people gonna be like, you can never mimic human hearing, a human, but they could perfect it really because they going off of numbers and logic and codes and stuff like that.
I
So
think
it's gonna get to a point
it's
where it could
already
read it and
happening.
perfect
If
it. Yeah.
everything you have to speak your voice into, and then it knows your voice.
Yep.
It can mimic your voice. So
Yep.
that's already been
Been doing,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that was one thing that tripped me out on Suno. So I had input my song with the hooks blank.
Mm-hmm.
And what it's gonna do is it's gonna reproduce, like it's gonna definitely change the beat up. But if its instructions was to focus on a hook, it's not gonna touch your part. It's just gonna spit out a hook, to a
That's
beat real close to what you
crazy.
just did. But what's crazy is when I input it in there, it broke. It had all my lyrics transcribed on point, and it threw me off because like the way I type my words, like if I use slang, like I always replace the G with an apostrophe,
Right.
somehow it always does it exactly how I did it. So
That's crazy.
if I say I'm trapping, it ain't putting trapping. It's like trapping with the apostrophe. It's like exactly how I wrote it. It's scary how it does that, but then it'll say deep voice or baritone male, southern rap style, this. It breaks it down and it has the lyrics and it's like, man. But see, and I do know one thing I just learned a couple weeks ago doing it. That's a dangerous game too, because when you sign up for a membership, and if anybody listening and they interested, and checking something out, do know this. There's this attorney, this entertainment attorney. She just kind of break down terms and conditions that none of us really read.
Mm.
And with Suno, when you sign up a membership to license your stuff, because they got a free version and you could play with it, but you can't put it out. You got to have an actual license. But
Damn.
when you input stuff, you're giving them permission to train their models on the stuff. So one scary thing is like for people who do let it choose the lyrics, what you put in could be sped out for somebody else on the other side of the world. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
one thing
that's
that's making
crazy.
me ease up. And it still has its glitches. I did a song. I do like a lot of riding songs, cruising songs, me and my lady type. You know what I'm saying? Something you can put on. But I did the hook. I changed it to a female. And it sounded good, but I can't sing that well, so it was a little pitchy. So I went to Suno to go, fix it up because you could sing something you want. Suno pick up what key you trying to do. Instead of auto tune it, it'll reconstruct it the way it's supposed
No,
to the key.
that's
And
fine.
but the glitches I was dealing with is it kept saying with the hook the words I put in for the hook. First, I put in the audio clip of what I did, and it said we detected that this is registered works, like it belongs to somebody already. And I'm like, no, this isn't. So then I tried ways of going around it. I typed the lyrics out myself. I wrote the hook, and even then, it was like these lyrics are copywritten, and I'm like, what? Or copyrighted, and I'm confused about that. I want to see did somebody
Yeah,
happen to
that's
have the
crazy.
same words that I did? Like that's super coincidental. But I can't even. So I had to change the hook completely because the one I wrote is coming up as if it belongs to somebody else, and I don't even know how that's possible. I doubt that we wrote the same words bar for bar,
That's crazy as
but
heck.
yeah, but it
So
does
do it have
detect
to
that.
be like bar for bar, or could it be like three words is the same thing?
So I used ChatGPT and I was asking about it, and it was like I showed him my verse, and it was like a lot of phrases are super common that's probably been used in a bunch of songs,
Mm-hmm.
like riding with my girl, riding with my lady, whatever I said. there's a lot of phrases in there that just match all kind of arts work. So I guess that's what it's doing.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah, that's the first time I ran into that. But that caused me to have to change. I mean, the only reason I wouldn't have to change the hook is if I had a real singer that would do it for me. But
Right.
again, I don't want to chase anybody. I'm not into that.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
yeah, then the guys I was using on Fiverr, I mean they were doing good, but I gotta pay them. But Suno, I do $10 a month, and I got unlimited hooks. So it's got its pros
Crazy.
and cons. But I just want to put music out. I'm really focused on right now, to be honest, is building up a nice thick catalog. The page, the Facebook page, I just started that. That's why, the followers are low. I'm just now trying to move everybody from my personal page to
Mm-hmm.
the straight music page, because on the other one, I be clowning. I post memes. Sometimes I do political stuff, and I don't want that to take away from, because some stuff I post, I might lose followers, and it's like, well, I
Right.
want them for my music. So I just want to kind of separate that.
I feel
you
that.
know. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, right now, like I just want to build up a nice catalog. So when you go to my song, you do a couple songs you like them, picks up an algorithm. Because that's how I found, like, I've been knowing about Currency, but him and like Larry June,
Mm-hmm.
I hear a song from him I like it, another one, and then one day it'll just keep coming up with back to back stuff, and next thing you know, I'm a hardcore fan. So
Right.
that's what I'm trying to do. The artists I like the most, that's how I discovered them, and that's what I'm trying to do
That's fire.
now. Yeah.
So when it comes to like far as features, I know you said it's hard to work with people, but who is your dream feature to have?
Like a
Your,
select that's in the game, like
yeah.
a celebrity. Just one?
Nah, you can't. Just who are they?
Shoot. All right, Dave East, Currency.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's one. I don't know if y'all familiar with him. He used to run with 3 6 Mafia. I actually got his number. When we talk, we working some numbers and stuff. I get it when the time is right. But there's a dude named T Rock out of
Okay.
Atlanta. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I think he hands down the best rapper in the world. He's underground and underrated, but like his delivery, hooks, all that, like he got it all. T Rock out
Damn.
of Atlanta. Yeah, he's super
You
cold.
said the world, Craig?
The
The
world,
world.
Craig. Like, I mean, you got, and of course that's subjective, that's debatable. Like, I mean, but he got the lyrics and the delivery.
Mm-hmm.
He hard. And one of the things I'm thinking about, like, damn, man, I'll do a song and send it to him and have him add his verse. I might have to rewrite mine when he send it back. Cause like I'm expecting the smoke. And he, for people that know him, he legendary. So, that just come with it. You go get a, fire hook, especially if it's somebody you really look up to, you're gonna expect him to smoke you. And it's like, okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
that's due. But I don't want it to be super bad to where it's his song featuring some unknown dude. I don't want it to sound like that.
Right.
But let me see. Davies, T Rock, Currency, Twister, Zero. You familiar with Zero?
Yeah, I know what you talking about.
Yeah. I think he's one of the hardest artists. And I'm saying artists because like we all know we love Ro. But this dude, like, he can really rap and he can really sing. He don't just harmonize, like he can really sing. I really wish I could do what he does. And what's crazy, I didn't hear so many people tell me I sound like him, and I don't hear it. I don't hear it at all. Like on certain songs, there's one song I got called Has Been. On the hook, I feel like I sound like him a bit, but that's it. But everybody, if nobody else, I would think Trey the Truth from back in the day. You know what
Oh
I'm saying? Just the
yeah, I know
depth
what
of
you
the
talking
voice.
about.
But yeah, but he used to be my favorite. But I realized it was for a different reason. Like when I used to follow him on social media, the philanthropy and all that and stuff he do, I liked him as a person.
Right.
But I noticed I know way more Zero songs about heart, like a lot more. And so
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, this is it for me. So I love to do something with him. It's really a lot. I can't even think of everybody right now, but those are some core people. I had some money in the budget, and they said you got a couple people, then yeah, I'm gonna hit them up. I'm not even really concerned with. I'm not doing the concern with who's hot right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Cause they
now,
making everybody hot, man. It is.
they making everybody, yeah, and it's. I could really go on and so I don't think I'm the best rapper nowhere near, but some of the stuff they letting get signed and that's blowing up is straight garbage.
Right.
But the thing is though, I mean, I know that sound like, hey, this is real, but they got a following. Like somebody love it. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
people out there that love it. I'd be like, this person really, but and I'm not the type either that say if this person that I'm talking about, let's say rapper so and so, he big. I don't like his music, but he blowing up. I could do a song with him and blow up. If I'm just not into his music, I'm not gonna do it. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I'm not gonna. Not that I think I'm too good, but it's like I don't want to fake the funk. Like I'm not
Cause
into
you
what he
gotta
got
perform
going.
with the dude. You gotta do a
Yeah,
video, so it's gonna be a
yeah,
whole bunch of acting.
a whole bunch of acting, and I'm not good at that when it comes to pretending.
Right.
Like I'm so solid with it. It's like, nah, bro, I appreciate it, but I ain't really into what you got going on. So, you know, I just can't even fake the funk. But them other people I named, definitely.
I feel that.
Yeah. Oh,
Producer
Freddie
wise.
Gibbs. Hold on. I gotta say Freddie Gibbs. He from the crib.
Uh,
He from Gary too. Freddie Gibbs, super hard. Definitely want to do something with him.
all right.
Yeah.
Let's say people from your city, since you mentioned him. You know what I'm saying? I know
Freddie
your ear
Gibbs.
to the streets, so.
Man, it's been so long. There was a clique back when I was back at home called Thugged Out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Rick Gilla, all them. We got some people from the crib, and let me see. See, the thing is, not a lot of people from my area I know, not rappers, not like that.
Right.
We did had some singers come out of there. All the Jacksons came up out
Mm-hmm.
of there. You had Jesse Pell. Was it Jesse Pell? I think he had some twin sisters that was on that song with they were twins. They just did that song "My Love Is the Ish" with "Something for the People."
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they were from Gary. It's mainly singers to be honest, but now if we want to say if we want to expand the radius and we make it to Chicago, then I know she ain't doing nothing no more. But the Brat is my
Oh hell
favorite
yeah.
female rapper. Favorite, favorite. If she was doing something, we could do something. I'd let her do something with her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's what I grew up on. A lot of the artists from Chicago, and then when I was getting old about high school, now I'm hearing more of local talent.
Right.
Like that. But yeah, there's people around here I want to do stuff with too. Though there's a dude in Waco named Cam KT. He
Mm-hmm.
hard. He real hard. I found his music through a friend of a friend. She did a feature for him. And I listened to the song. The song was hard. And I started hearing his music and I'm like, oh yeah. Actually, I plan on reaching out to him too. Cause it's like, yeah, I'm gonna do something with it. But what I want to do is just get my catalog up. So if I'm reaching out to people who ain't heard of me, they want to listen to see if they even, mess with my music. They go listen to it like, all right, yeah, he got something. I can do this.
What's the what's the face? I mean the YouTube, so I can type it in there if they want to hear your music.
So YouTube is gonna be it's Tone Capone. So I'm working on a there's an issue though on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube. And I'm actually thinking about possibly rebranding my name because there's a lot of Tone Capones out there. And on YouTube specifically, I got it in review right now. There's another Tone Capone whose catalog is mixed up with mine right now.
Damn.
Yeah, it sucks. I'm getting it wasn't like that at first, but now I'm starting to get notifications when people comment on his stuff. I'm getting the analytics for his stuff. I don't know what happened, but it's a problem for me. Matter of fact, my homegirl I ain't seen in a little while. I told her my YouTube, and then she like, damn, you got a bunch of stuff. And it's like, man, I ain't even all mine. Because whoever he is, he was putting in work back in the day. He got some projects and he had a little following, but it's older stuff, but all of a sudden it's mixed in with my catalog. So if it's on
Damn.
YouTube, anything before 2024 is not mine, you know. So we
Dang.
working
Do
on that.
y'all
Yeah,
sound the
that part.
same?
Not at all. I'm not even sure where he. from, and I never, I never really listened to it either. I never listened to his music. I heard a song, something like that, and it's not really from me. I think he might be from Cali, but
Mm.
we don't sound the same. We don't look alike, and he hasn't done anything in a while because I think his stuff came out early 2000s. So that's the easiest way I tell people if it's before 2024, it's not mine. And
Right.
for that reason, I'm thinking of I might have to rebrand because there's actually a lot of Tone Capones out there. Too many.
Yeah, you can just imagine. That's like a mob
Yeah.
name and shit. Everybody
Yup.
trying to be the
All
mob.
that. I'm pretty sure everybody first name is really Antonio or Anthony. One of the two. Go by Tone and just did the Capone thing.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't even want to put out there what I'm gonna change. It's still gonna be real close, but I'm gonna wait till it's official and make it just in case somebody run a trademark it. It ain't
Mm-hmm.
like it's super fly, but just where it's not too far from the original name. The only thing what's slowing me down with that, and I need to figure out how it works, is the stuff I already got out. How does that work? When I rebrand, do I have to redo my catalog? I'm hoping not because I was paying attention, even though I know they in the big game. But like Jeezy, for instance, I
Mm-hmm.
noticed now it's just Jeezy, it's not Young Jeezy anymore.
Right.
You know, I just got to figure out how this stuff work. I don't want to have to. They didn't say anything about having to change the name on previous album covers and stuff like that, but it should get to the point where if they type the new name in, all that other stuff will come up too. So I'm still researching that before I actually
Right.
rebrand. Yeah. Or
It
change
should definitely all pop up the way it need to be.
it. Yeah.
Cause you doing like the top tier of the situation, then everything else is just trickle down from that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So long as you change your page, all that's gonna fall in the same place.
Yeah. Because I'm sure we're going to line type Guwap, Gucci
Mm.
Mane to probably come up. You know what I'm saying? So I just got to add a relative alias,
Right.
like that. Yeah.
Who your favorite producer that's in the mainstream?
That's still in. I say some names that's known, but it seems like they ain't been doing that in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Mike Will. Um, Timberland is OG off top.
Right.
I'm really into London on the Track. Tay Keith, may he rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Um,
Yeah.
who else? Who else? There's a lot. Let me see, Mike Will, Timberland, Pharrell. All the normal super
I
producers.
don't think
I like Polo
everything,
the Don.
but I don't think everything Pharrell produced was hot though.
I say the same for Timberland too.
Yeah, me too. Like they
Timberland,
had
what?
some
So
hot things, but it wasn't like everything was just like, oh man.
not at all, not at all. I don't think any producer has something that's just everything is out of the park. I do feel like Mike Will barely missed.
Right.
DJ Paul and Juicy J,
Mm-hmm.
like when they put out hits, they're hits. But I've heard stuff from Timberland that's what tripped me out with, like with the producer community here at the Beat Club thing going on. Where local producers can send a beat pack to him. He
Mm-hmm.
go through it, and it's crazy because the ones that he shunned, he's made some way worse. But because he's got a name, he get this pass, and it's just like, because I know that's a different fan base. There's this one artist called Bjork. I don't know where
I know
she's
what you're
from, but
talking about.
Timberlake, yeah, he did some stuff for her, and I was like, the hell kind of beat is this? She bought this? He probably done sold it for 250,000. But I don't think I'm sure all producers, whether they put out or not, have a stash of whack beats that's probably never gonna see the light of day. But I'm trying to think of some other producers that pop off the top of my head. I mean, there's a lot, but oh damn, what's that? 808 Mafia.
Mm-hmm.
That project they did where it was like Wiz Khalifa and Juicy J, that was hard. TGO, I mean, what was it called? T Mafia, The Awakening, something like that. But that's hard. I like stuff like that. But I'm not just all into just only trap beats and stuff like that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
into all kind of stuff. I'm
I ain't
into
gonna
all
lie.
kind of
I
music.
thought. Listen, when you said Texas, that threw me off because I thought you was from like New York or something when I first heard the music.
For
You
real?
you didn't really have a New York style. It was just like I'm like, this nigga look like he from New York.
I never heard that before. Yeah. Um, yeah, no, far from it. I never even been to New York.
Yeah, me either. And it's only
Yeah.
like what? Well, I've been to Buffalo. That's like
Oh,
3 hours
okay.
away from me.
I ain't never. I haven't been up that way. I haven't been past basically in that direction going up past
Mm,
Indiana, really.
mm,
Uh, yeah, it's always been the southern stuff. You know, families. I got family in Memphis, um, Georgia, just really all the
right.
southern spots. And I love the South. Like, it was easy for me to adapt to the style because I feel like the Midwest is just kind of mixed because you do have some guys that sound like they from New York, some
Mm-hmm.
from the West, some from the South. Um, but when I got here, it was a culture shock for me though when I first got to Texas because when I remember the first time I heard a Chopped and Screw song and I didn't know what it was.
Right.
I remember because my uncle came and got me. See, my situation was like the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I got out the hood, moved in. My aunt and uncle, they doing well. And I remember he picked up one of his boys from Southside Chicago. So we on the road to Texas. I'm in the back with like some headphones, the laptop, and a CD booklet, CD case. So I found a burned CD that wasn't labeled. I put it in, I'm listening to it, and I remember it was Usher, Lovers and Friends. But it was dragging. It was like slow. And I'm thinking like, I remember thinking this. I'm like, man, somebody's CD burner was messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, back in the day, like a Walkman, that
Mm-hmm.
if the batteries was low, the tape would start kind of slowing down a little bit.
Yeah.
But I've always been into technology, and I'm like, this is digital. It don't work like that. Like, oh, someone's running somebody's burner. Then it was skipping. And I'm like, damn. I took this. I remember taking the CD out and looking at it for scratches. Imagine, I'm thinking it's skipping. What it is it's chopped. But I'm thinking it's skipping. I'm like, ain't no scratches on the CD. Put it back in. I'm like, all right, that CD busted. I make it here. My cousin got he got some songs downloaded on the computer, and he had one legendary song on there by Big Mo. Rest in peace to him. Bar Baby, and that was chopped and screwed. And I was like, man, this sounds kind of goofy, but I like it. You know what I'm saying? And get used to it. Then when I enrolled in school, in high school, lunchtime, they doing what we do back at home, freestyling. They getting a little cipher, they freestyle. But the way they rapping and what they rapping about was completely different. Cause back at home, we'd be rapping like run to a nigga front door with the fofo, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like that, just breaking it. And these boys talking about, man, I done came down, pop trunk, show Saran, and they all had this kind of this body rock to them, and they throw
Right.
their hand up, man. And I remember it was one dude, his name was like Antonio Fair or something like that. He would throw me out because he would actually chop his freestyles while he's spitting. You know what I'm saying? Just like
What?
might come down, swing, swing, candy blue. And I remember that cadence, that whole thing was just stuck in my head. And I still remember I was outside cutting grass one morning, and it's just in my head. I'm like, I started leaning, like, man, yeah, hold up, baby. And it was a rap. And on the way to school, we used to listen to like Mike Jones and Swish the House, Paul Wall,
Mm-hmm.
Chameleon, and all that every morning. So once that got in my system, it was a rap. And that's what it is, man. You know,
That's fire.
yeah, yeah.
So,
So that's what I'm on there.
oh, go ahead.
I was about to say, yeah, just the Texas flavor now, highly influenced by like Trey and Roe, big
Mm-hmm.
time, and all them. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing, man. Just trying to do some good music to listen to, put it out there, get everybody into it. All kind of situations that people can
Mm-hmm.
relate to. Everybody. Sometimes that trap music, I mean not the trap music, with that too, but drill music and all that, it has its place. You know what I'm saying? It's time. Sometimes you want to hear it, you in that
Right.
mood, you crunked up, it go hard in the gym. But sometimes you just want to ride. You don't feel like hearing that kind of shit. You
Right.
just want to, vibe to something realistic. People don't want to hear about, especially what's happening in the world. Really, I really ain't interested in hearing about shooting up folks. You know, and I don't mean to sound like a square or lame or nothing, but that shit, man, it's just everybody doing it, and it's like I don't want my kids listening to that.
Right.
you know. So mine is more kind of like playalistic, living life, getting to the money,
Mm-hmm.
staying out the way. You know, because I don't want to make it seem like I rap like Will Smith or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't really trying to shit on everybody that do that kind of
Ain't
music,
nothing
but
wrong with Will Smith, man.
ain't nothing wrong with it. But I don't, you know, the way I'm talking, I don't want people to get the wrong idea if they ain't heard my music. Like, oh hell, nah, he rapping parents just don't understand type shit.
Crazy.
Nah, but yeah, I'm gonna push hard though, and I just want my own little following because there's a group for everybody. You know what I'm saying? People
Right.
that's into the music, they gonna feel it, they gonna get it, and that's who I'm aiming for.
I know the music fire though. That shit about to go.
I
It's
appreciate it,
definitely about to
appreciate
go.
it. I appreciate it. I just gotta, I really gotta focus. So I got quite a few songs, so I need to really focus on promoting it, putting it
Right.
out there, and then getting people heard. Cause I'm learning some stuff the hard way. I'm sure a lot of people already learned, like just the numbers. Like you can have X amount of followers or this many friends, but the reactions ain't balancing out. And it's like, damn, you know, it ain't that you whacking ain't feeling you. Sometimes you just ain't reaching everybody. And
Right.
then everybody ain't supporters like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it was important for me now to separate my music page. Cause like the people who mess with that, that's who gonna be over there. Versus my regular Facebook, some people might have started following me because I be posting fire memes. You know what I'm saying? It's here they
Right.
here for a different reason. So I wanted to separate that and get my own little following and feed those people, you know.
It be seeming like even like the page is even harder though. That's why I don't
I believe it.
I don't focus on my page. I focus on this. I just made this everything that I wanted it to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause the
I
page
guess
is like
what do you find hard about the page part?
the promotional part of it. Cause I've been going live on my page. You know what I mean? So I mean, I've been going live on my personal page.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Um, I know I used pages before for my business. I had a home theater installation business.
Mm-hmm.
And that was very, very beneficial for me. Like using it on there. And I know that's a different ball game though, because everybody wants that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my first time trying it for like the music thing. But like I said, for me, I'm just glad that I can isolate those who are actual fans.
Right.
I
Right.
don't want y'all don't want it to be somebody only chick only liking it because she think I'm cute. It's like, what about this music? You know, and then I got my I kind of want to keep my personal stuff a little separate too. So on the other
Right.
one I got like, you know, sometimes I post my kids, my wife and all that, and I'm just not really putting a whole bunch of that on social media all the time anyway. But definitely when it comes to the music, I just want to separate that a little bit.
No, I definitely understand that.
So whoever's on the pages part, they there for the music. I know that's
Mm-hmm.
what they there for, you know. So
Right.
yeah,
I feel that. I definitely
yeah,
feel that.
yeah.
So what was you working on? Because before I called, you said you was working on some music, man.
Yeah, man, I got a song called Drive Slow. Um, oh, I gotta shout this other producer. I can't believe I forgot him. See, he produced this producer, his name is Luca. And he did the beat on my album Prolific, this song called This Is For You.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, that was the only beat I like. He was send beat passing. I just wasn't into it. I'm like, I guess that was that one hit. I don't know what happened.
Right.
But a couple weeks ago, he sent me a pack. I damn near wanted all of them. So I'm like, man, let me go back to his page and scroll. He got a bunch of bangers now. So it's like, man, Luca, he actually from where he from? It's like he from another country, but he doing his thing though.
Dang.
Luca Burr, and you know his tag is Luca. What the is this? You know, you hear that, but it's a song called Drive Slow, and it's kind of one of those. Definitely, you just it's a song you can ride to, but I'm just kind of hitting on everything. Like I said, that Southern player type shit. Get your money, stay
Hold
out
up,
the
you
way.
can't cue it up real quick, play a little
Yeah,
bit?
I go ahead and let me see something.
Yeah, yeah, let's get it.
Let me start it from the top real quick. See, I'm still working on the mixing and stuff. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Let me jump around a little bit. Yeah. talking about this badass chick. Now tell me, have you seen her? The one you wish was on your turf, but now my grass is greener. Plus I'm a hoe, I clean up. Most of y'all just fantasize. Wasting time, please realize you need to strategize. Chasing hoes and these hoes is chasing other guys. And they eyes on the prize, who live better lives. I'm planting seeds for the future cause I'm trying to win. I'm determined that my will is twice as strong as gin. I'm legit with it cause I ain't trying to see the pen. Oh, some of y'all get brought up and caught up by fake friends. That just don't make sense. Cut them mother suckers off. Go independent with your business and become a boss. Before you start to floss, know you gotta pay that cost. I should know, I done already did it before. You gotta drive slow.
Okay.
So I'm still working on that. Still trying to see if that's the delivery I want to use. I'll be having a little confliction with how I want to come with my voice.
I feel that.
Yeah.
So what do you want the people to know about you, man?
I just want y'all to know that I'm out here trying to, build up a little fan base and whatnot. I just want to put my stuff out there. I got to get my numbers up. I got YouTube, I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere. I need y'all to run them streams up and support your boy. Like, subscribe, do what you got to do. Trying to get the music out there. Hopefully you hear my catalog, hear what I got going on. Y'all feeling it, follow me. I'm going to keep feeding the people what they want.
Yes. The real Tone Capone.
Yeah, the
On
real Tom
YouTube.
Capone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, on that YouTube thing that you brought that up, anything before 2024, that's a different Tone Capone. And you'll be able to see, you'll hear the styles if y'all listen to his. It's definitely a different style,
Right.
But it ain't me.
I feel it. Hey man, thank you. I even worked over today. I gave you an extra 30 minutes.
Man, I appreciate that. I need that. I appreciate you reaching out to me, giving me a platform to speak on and put my face out there.
Oh yeah, we definitely can do another interview, man.
Already.
Love the
All right.
conversation, man. Keep at it, keep going, keep moving.
Yeah, you too, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Television, married to ghost. YTG, television, married to ghost. YTG, television, married to ghost. YTG,